My brother, welcome to the Real Man Revolution, a movement for high-achieving, successful men who refuse to settle for anything less than the have-it-all marriage and the have-it-all life that results from having that marriage. I'm Bob Gerace, and I help professional men like you who have built a dynamite career and now suffer the consequences of what it took to build it inside of a marriage that is not working, leading to a life of brother and sister misery, or worse, a devastating divorce. And I've helped thousands of men to turn around that failing marriage, turn it around without sacrificing anything inside of their career by helping them to learn how to rebuild trust, how to rebuild connection, love, safety, and comfort inside their marriage for both partners. And so, brother, if you value this free content, then by subscribing to this channel and liking my videos, you can help me to spread the word to other men who, like us, refuse to settle for anything less than happiness in the boardroom or the operating room or the flight deck or wherever you make your money, and every room of the house as well, brother. My brother, today I want to talk to you about an extremely important topic, and that topic is stonewalling. And not so much you. Like, if you stonewall, chances are early on in the marriage when things start to go off the rails, that'll cause your wife to chase and pursue you a little bit, at least for a while. The insidious thing is it's not until much later inside of the marital issues that a woman begins using the stonewalling technique. And I'm going to tell you that if your wife is using this technique, it is statistically predictive that the chances of divorce are astronomical. So if your wife is stonewalling you, then what she's doing is she's saying, get away from me. I want to disconnect from you. And when a woman does that inside of a marriage, divorce is not far off. So you might be wondering, is it too late to fix when she's stonewalling? And the answer is absolutely not. However, I'm going to tell you that you need to take it seriously, and then you need to do something about it. So you might ask, well, what do I do about it? I'm trying to get her to have the conversations. I'm trying to get her to work on the marriage. She won't even tell me what the problem is at this point. And I hear this every day, so many different flavors of this. And so whatever your flavor of this is, I'm going to tell you that the answer to the question is best given inside of a parable or a little bit of a story. So I want you to imagine something for me visually. Imagine that you are actually chained to a wall. So both arms are chained to a wall and both feet are chained to a wall, yet you're on your feet. And now you're as far against those chains as possible, and you're pulling yourself out from that wall, and you're snarling and you're growling and you're mad and you're angry and you're depressed and you're resentful and you're hateful and you're needy and you're insecure and you're scared and you're doubting. And all of these emotions are now coming out of your mouth, coming out of your eyes, coming out of the tone of your voice, coming out of the color of your skin. What woman is going to want to have a conversation with you, especially if she thinks there's a chance those chains might break? And all of that emotion is going to end up coming over there and hurting her, at best emotionally and at worst physically. And so, brothers, this is why I say it's so important that you've got to get your rage under control, because that rage is the thing that's going to scare her, and it's going to be the thing that tells her, get away from me. But I'm going to tell you that it's not just the rage. There's other negative emotions. There's this neediness. There's this weakness. There's this need to pursue her in a way that is not strong and confident and kind, but weak and needy and manipulative. And that is very unattractive to the majority of women. Most women out there, they're going to lose attraction, and when they do, you're going to hear the dreaded, I love you, but I'm not in love with you, when that happens. Or you're going to hear that we have a brother-sister relationship, or she's just not that into you anymore. And so the question becomes, if you can't come at her with your raw emotions, and you can't come at her with this need, this neediness, this emptiness, this hollowness inside, that where you're willing to do anything to fix it, because both of those things drive her away and kill her attraction, just what in the heck do you do in order to fix this? And what I'm going to say is that she's already told you, brother. She's already told you that it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. And I want you to go back to that visualization. I want you to see yourself chained to the wall, snarling and snapping and arguing and angry and resentful and needy and self-doubting and self-conscious and weak. And inside of that space, it doesn't matter what you say, brother. It doesn't matter what you do. And she's going to interpret it one of two ways. I like to say that there's three ways that a woman can interpret anything. She can either interpret it as weak, pathetic, and needy, which gets me the I need space or the I love you but I'm not in love with you response. Or there's the angry, controlling jerk, which gets me the you're such an angry man, you're such a jerk, you're a control freak, you're always dominating and controlling, you smother me. Or she sees you as Prince Charming. She sees you as husband of the year, as super husband. And she's telling her friends and her family what a great husband you are. Here's the thing. The same action can elicit all three responses. It just depends on who you are and how you're showing up. So here's an example. You go put gasoline in her car without asking her first. You just notice that her tank is low. You get in her car, you go fill it up, and you just leave it there for her. Or you tell her that you did it, either way. What's going to happen is that if you've been showing up as weak and needy and pathetic and chasing her from a position of not of confidence, but from a lack of confidence, from a my whole world is going to fall apart if you leave, that's going to get you the you're weak and pathetic and I'm not attracted to you. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I'm just not that into you and I need you to give me space. Now that same guy, you can go back as a different version of that same guy. You can go back as the angry, controlling, manipulative, demanding, seeing that she is the reason that his world is not working the way that he wants it to work, and blaming her for that, as well as his own bad behavior. And you can, as that guy, you can go take her car and put gas in it. And when you do, you're going to get the, how dare you take my car without asking? You're so controlling. You're so dominating. You're so angry. You're so manipulative. I don't want anything to do with you. And then you get the Stonewall. Now here's the thing. You as that same guy, if you start showing up as a different version of that guy, you start showing up as the version that is loving and kind and compassionate and caring and curious about what's on her heart and really connecting with her, rebuilding that connection and building it better every day, rebuilding that trust and building it better every day, rebuilding that attraction and building it better every day. You go do the same thing and she's going to throw her arms around you and tell you what a great husband you are, and she can't wait to get on the phone and tell her friends and her family that she hit the jackpot, she hit the lottery, she got the best husband on the planet. And brother, it was the exact same thing that you did. And I'm going to go a step further. The things that you say, if you say I love you from that weak position, it's begging for her love, and it's going to turn her off and make her see you as weak and pathetic, and I don't love you, or I do love you, but I'm not in love with you, and all those kinds of things. Or if you can say I love you, but if you've been showing up as the dominating, controlling, angry, resenting jerk, then you're going to get that's emotional abuse. You tell me you love me, and then you hurt me. And then you tell me you love me, and then you hurt me. And she'll tell you that you're emotionally abusive, and she'll be right. Or you can show up as the guy that actually makes her feel loved. And that guy tells her that he loves her, and it makes her day. And she waits for it every day. She wants to hear it multiple times per day. She can't wait to hear it. Same 3 actions, same 3 words, same 3 guys, but 3 different versions of those guys. And so if you want to know how to do this, and I'm going to tell you that if she's stonewalling, the time is very short. You've got a very short runway because divorce is imminent on the horizon. If you want to break through this, break past this, and get on the other side of her stonewalling, It's not so much what you say or what you do, as I have just illustrated to you, brother. It's all about how you're showing up. What is inside that man who is interfacing and interacting with her? Who are you on the inside? What are those thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that are causing you to literally show up as 3 different versions of yourself? And the more you can get control of this, and the more that you can get only the version that is loving and kind and compassionate and caring and forgiving and curious about what's on her heart, the better your marriage is going to go. And so you might ask, well, Bob, how do I do that? And I'm going to say, brother, it's going to be one of the most difficult things that you ever try to fail your way to success. But here's the thing. If you want to know the shortcut, if you want to save yourself years of trial and error, if you want to get the quick fix, I cover the basics of that in my free master class. And so I'm going to encourage you to go over, click the link below in the description and watch that master class. And inside there, I'm going to pull back the curtain on the 5 things that you need to do in order to start becoming the guy who can pull this off. And that's another chapter from the book of Bob. Go watch that training, brother. There's no time to waste.